Good morning, my fellow Americans. It's Ghost Train 615. Today is, I believe, August 27th, 2019, and the time is 9:40. I got up today to watch Fox News. And as usual, there seems to be another so-called expert on the world of politics. Now, before I get to this topic, I'm going to do the usual legal disclaimer. It said that this video is going to contain adult language, coarse adult language. Change the channel if you're not interested, and if you're a liberal. I thought the circus was unfortunately long gone. By that I'm referring to Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus. Yeah, unfortunately, that tradition faded away some years ago. I was wrong. There's another circus out there full of even more clowns than what Ringling Brothers thought they had. And I'm referring, of course, to the stupid-ass VMA Awards that MTV keeps pushing every year. Why? I don't know. There is no actual talent at these stupid award shows anymore. Hardly anybody's bothering to watch, but you do have a bunch with very little brain matter between their ears to distinguish common sense from fiction. Taylor Swift is running her mouth where she should not be running it. She is not an expert on politics, and yet she lauds a lying, murdering psychotic named Hillary Rottencrotch Clinton as her hero? Listen, Miss Swift, let me give you a clue on something, okay, that you're not conveniently paying attention to. You're not an expert on our president, and your hero is a psychotic killer married to a rapist. Are you hearing me now? And the rest of that horde that you were on stage with last night, you all suck. You don't know how to make music anymore. There is no such thing as good music anymore. Not where you assholes are concerned. There is not one memorable name among any of you that can actually make any kind of good music anymore. All your music is assembly line bullshit. It ain't like the funk I listened to from the old days. You had Motown. You had Atlantic. Both fighting for supremacy on the pop and soul charts. They were my heroes. A big list of them. Mighty Marvin Gaye. The always once and eternal queen of soul, Aretha Franklin. And just to clue you in on something, August 16th already passed. It's been a tragic year since Aretha left us. And that's also the same date that the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley, died in 1977. Then, of course, there's soul brother number one, once and always, the eternal godfather of soul, James Brown. Died Christmas 2007. And there's many other legends I've listened to. But that's a big list. Teddy Pendergrass, formerly of Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, Junior Walker and the All Stars, the whole Motown roster. What the hell is it that we have out here today that's supposed to be music. A bunch of clowns. But I'm going to get to the biggest clown of all. And a little advice to you parents out there. You better start learning to be parents when it comes to your little girls. Don't let them be influenced by a slut named Cardi B. Because all this bimbo is doing is teaching girls how to dress and act like sluts. Because, of course, Cardi B is a slut. I hope this movie that's coming out with her dumb ass freaking flops. What the hell does anybody need to learn anything about a dumbass stripper whore for? Yeah, that's right. She's a stripper whore. Is this what we want our daughters to be? Or our granddaughters? Or our goddaughters in that matter? I know one story I heard about a grandmother who had her granddaughter in the back of her car. A song by that tramp, Cardi B, comes on. Granddaughter starts chanting it. Grandma hears it, slams on the brakes, looks back at her like, I'm going to light you up if you ever say those words again. Grandma wasn't having it. Whoever that grandma is, she needs to go up on the stage and knock Cardi B the fuck out. Because like I said, slut. A slut teaching girls how to be sluts. A friend of mine noticed that too. And he vowed to never let his daughter take that path. Ever. That's what you moms need to start watching out for. Get your daughters away from MTV and watch how they dress. And being that school is coming up soon, or probably has already started, like I said, watch how they're dressing. Some schools have the school uniform policy, so there shouldn't be a problem there. But Taylor Swift, you better get your head out of Hillary Rotten Crotch Clinton's ass, and you better start living like people like me are living. In the real world. You don't know shit from Shinola about how the White House works. Even if you were to tell the security your name, they're not going to let you in. How the hell do you know what goes on in the White House? And your music is starting to be whack itself. Explain that to me. I'm bottom lining this right now, people. MTV, VMAs, shove them up your ass. Break them all up and shove them all up your untalented asses. Because there is no talent anymore. No real talent. I'll always have my Motown, my soul, my Fania, salsa, my doo-wop, my boleros. I'll always have those. And yeah, I even have classic rock. And frankly, being the way you're going, Taylor Swift, I'd rather hear a Metallica song than hear you. At least John Hetfield and Metallica know how to do the one thing that neither you nor anybody in your rat circus know how to do. And that's play instruments. Instead of sounding manufactured with your artificial whack-ass music. Taylor Swift, I'm going to give you a wholehearted fuck you and a shut the fuck up. Again, mind you, I said legal disclaimer. Warning to you, Susan Wojcicki. Legal disclaimer. And I will write it when this video's done. In the meantime, my fellow Americans, let's pull the plug on MTV, and this time for good. Just like we are still pining to pull the plug on crackhead news Nazis. Let's pull the plug on them and watch them die. Let's take our America back. We want the America back where common sense prevailed. But that common sense is being slowly, swiftly taken away from us by shitheads like Taylor Swift and all those other untalented clowns that are out there. You don't impress me. Anybody brings that shit into my car, I'm throwing your ass out and you're walking home or you're catching the bus. I won't allow that shit played in my car. You give me Mighty Marvin Gaye, Aretha Franklin, or anybody I've listened to by my uncles and my friends, anytime, any day, anywhere. MTV, you freaking suck. Period. I'll say it again, my fellow Americans. Let's pull the plug on Taylor Swift, and let's pull the plug on MTV once and for all. We need to protect our kids from their nonsense and from their drivel. Let's teach our kids right from wrong and let's protect them as we try to protect ourselves. Let's go straight 615 signing off.